This is Adam from Precise Pet Care. Welcome to our Sitter Reliability Reports training video. You can get to the Sitter Reliability Reports from the Resources Reports page and then the Sitter Reliability tab. Now, this report allows you to see how well your sitters are doing in regards to when they are expected to arrive and how long visits are expected to last. We have the arrival sensitivity, which you can set in regards to when they arrived, how sensitive the system is going to be. If you're going to allow them to, they need to get there within 10 minutes, all the way up to within 2 hours. If you are using specific times, the arrival will be based on the specific time. If you're using time blocks, then the arrival will be based on the beginning and the end of the time block. The length would be the expected length that is set for the service. Now that is set in the Pet Care Services and Times Base Services page, and it is set for each service type. And then the other settings are similar to the other reports. You can group by different aspects of the service. Typically, you would want to group by sitter. And then the dates, you can run dates for whatever period of time you would like. For this purpose, we're going to go with last week. The fields, that's going to just show what is visible when you run the report. The Sitter Reliability Report is a details report, so it shows information on each specific visit. It cannot be run as a summary report or a chart like you see with the other reports. Also with the filters, you can add multiple searches. Say if you wanted to, maybe only run a certain sitter, you could do a filter just for that sitter. Or maybe you only wanted to do a certain service type. You could do that. We could just choose one specific service to run this report for, and we would match our service. I'm not going to run any filters with this report. I'm going to close that out, and let's run this report. And looking at the report, you can see a lot of green and a lot of red. And the green are based on what you have chosen for the settings. The system is seeing that as within the expected arrival and length, which you have set. And when you see red, that means something is not matching what you're looking for. In this case, we see that there's no arrival. So this sitter only completed the visit without first arriving. Therefore, we cannot know the length that they were at the visit. And when we look here, we can see this specific visit, the expected time, and again, we're using specific times here with the default being time blocks. The specific time was 8 a.m. and the sitter arrived at 8:33 a.m. So within 10 minutes, that sitter was not matching that up. Now the expected length was still reached for the service. And if we scroll down, we can see different ways of looking at this. You may see certain sitters, see trends with certain sitters. Maybe they're not arriving at their visits. Maybe they're not staying long enough. Maybe they're always late to visits. So by running this report and just scrolling and seeing the colors, you can usually see trends for sitters. Like this particular sitter seems to always be late to visits. Although, if we go back up and maybe we change those settings to be, maybe we're going to give them half an hour. They can arrive within half an hour of when the visit was assigned, and that's okay. And now if we run that report, we're going to see a lot less red because we are making it so our settings are a little bit more broad. Now, we still have some sitters completing in less time than we would want. So we have the sitter completing it in only 4 minutes. So they arrived at a time that would be okay, but they didn't stay for long enough. And this particular sitter looks like they're doing really well with all that green. If we want to make an adjustment just to the expected length, currently we have longer is okay. So expected length -5. If we're actually okay with the sitter staying a little bit less time, we could have shorter is okay. And so let's do expected length plus 10 minutes. So that's going to be up to you whether or not you want your sitters to stay longer or your sitters to stay shorter. That varies from business to business. And when we look at this report, we can see that we're seeing red length where there wasn't red length before, just based on those settings. So you just have to pick what works best for your company. And thank you for watching.